Man, what a game. We came out. You got to give them a lot of credit. Couldn't stop anybody to begin the game. And, Sadiq Bey had it going. He had 26 in the first half. And then Zion was a load for us. And, Jordan was good for them off the bench. But at the end of the day, we did a better job on Sadiq in the second half. I think he had 0 points in the second half. And, Zion kept them in the game, and Jordan Poole kept them in the game. But our guys, found a way. They actually came out after that first half and did a better job defensively in the second half. We held them to 50 points in the second half, which was huge. In third quarter they scored 28, fourth quarter they scored 22, and that's an average of 25 points, obviously, per quarter, which is closer to what we want to be, because we feel like we can score with anybody. We just got to lock in defensively and try to do it for 4 quarters. We've done it in spurts, and tonight it was in spurts, but we found a way to get a win. A lot of great performances from our guys. And I played 12 guys, and every person that I called, they came in and they contributed in some way, shape, or form. 35 assists, Mikal with 10, and Jalen with 10. It's a phenomenal game from those two guys. Cat with a double-double. I don't know if he's leading the league in double-doubles, but he's not leading the league. He's got to be in the top 3. And again, I say this, with conviction. That's what all-stars do. All-stars, great players, figure out a way to impact your team. And getting a double-double tonight was huge for us, especially with them going big. And then Mo kept us in the game early on offensively, knocking down timely shots. And, the more he's out on the floor, that's the more he's getting comfortable. So it was a lot of fun to watch Mo play the game. But reality of it is our defensive player of the game that just put his footprint on the game on both ends of the floor. Another all-star of ours is OG Anunoby. I don't know who can guard OG on a closeout. If you're closing out to him, to me it's a wrap, if he wants it to be a wrap. You could be big, you could be small. You got to get all the way to his body because he's going to knock down the 3. And if you don't get down to his body, he's so quick and so strong. He's going right through your inner thighs. So offensively, he was huge for us. He was huge offensively. He was huge on the glass. But just as importantly, he was our defensive player of the game.
And watching you guys all the time now, I always get the feeling that if the game's close, you guys are going to win. Is that belief within the team as well? I mean, how comfortable are you guys in close games down the stretch?
We're really comfortable, and at the end of the day, it's all of our standards. Sacrifice. Well, when you play 12 guys, and guys don't care when they come in and out. You didn't see none of this. Okay, people are sacrificing for their teammates. You just said it again. You play 12 guys, and guys just keep plugging away. There's a connectivity. It doesn't matter if we're up 10, down 10. Our guys just keep staying with it. That shows with a competitive spirit. But more importantly, it's the belief. It's the belief in the process. And again, you play 12 guys, and if Mo's wide open, sometimes I'm like, okay, yes, But his teammates are bam, and he's stepping in and making the right play a lot of times for young guys. So, that belief not only in the process but in each other, it helps out, and we're all being held accountable on the sidelines. And when you have that from a group, man, you could do a lot of things together, a lot of things at a high level.
Does that belief help by having Jalen rated clutch player of the year? It seemed like he hit, I think, 4 out of 5 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you gotta. I mean, you gotta have a guy, and when I'm talking about a guy, I'm talking about a league MVP, and we have a guy. So he definitely makes the game easier for everybody. for sure.
Mike, kind of with that obviously the highs with this seem to be very high, but over the last week or so, the lows have been pretty low. I think you guys gave up 150 points between the second half in Atlanta and the first half tonight. How
Yep.
much stock are you putting into the lows that have kind of popped up in games, even though you guys have been able to come back?
No, we're addressing them, and we showed film yesterday, and we talked about some of the things, not just the X's and O's stuff, but the stuff that makes you a championship caliber team. That we didn't do against Atlanta, where we kind of let them off the hook, and I'm sure there's some stuff tonight to show them. It's hard because we don't have a lot of practice time, probably like a lot of other teams. We probably have the least amount with the cup run, us in San Antonio, but trying to actually get on the floor and drilling it, can't go live for sure, but at least drilling it has been a little tough. But having said that, when you're going throughout the course of a game, trying to find enough to get it done while still learning and growing in the process until hopefully we can get to some practice time is what I like. Our guys responded the right way in the second half and found a way to get a win.
I know you guys don't like to use this stuff as an excuse, but have you noticed maybe some of the lulls, or could you attribute some of the lulls to very long, unique preseason NBA Cup? Like, do you see some of the maybe, not necessarily tired legs, but it's been a long 20, 30 games for this group in comparison to most 30 teams that play 30 games at this point in the year?
Yeah, I look at it more as a coach. I wish we could. I just wish we. It's not an excuse. We got to go win, just like everybody else has to go win. The one thing again, like I said, I wish we could practice just a little bit more, so that we having a chance to not just address it with film, but we actually address it in practice. And that time's going to come. Our guys have to keep trying to learn on the fly, and we just have to keep trying to get creative in helping them learn on the fly.
Did you guys get an explanation for why the Pelicans were given so long to challenge?
Yeah, and I don't know this rule, but they said that because the horn all of a sudden didn't work, that it was a stop and play, and because it was a stop and play, that doesn't count for the 30 seconds or whatever that you get to think about challenging.
Okay.
But that horn malfunction happened at the right time for me.
Very suspicious.
Very, very, very suspicious. I hope I don't get fined for that.
All right, good. Thanks.
Thank you.